Hello.
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 Welcome. Happy Sunday.
Welcome to our vlog.
Yay.
Yay! What are we talking about today, Jamie?
Well,
Tell us.
today, you probably already have noticed that I'm not great at short sentences, but today will be about how some people take energy with you allowing them to, because you allow people to, or you say yes to so many things because you're like, well, maybe I get, maybe something good will come of it, or, my friend
You're
needs
trying to
me.
please people, basically. Right?
Yeah.
And we're both people pleasers.
We are.
We love to make people happy. That's
Yes.
one of the reasons why we do these vlogs, because we want to give.
do.
But the problem is, whenever you have those friends, family members, or colleagues at work that don't give back, and all of a sudden you find yourself in a giving black hole vortex of sucking death energy, and you're like, oh my goodness.
That's really dark.
I feel so, well, it can feel dark though when you feel lonely and you feel like you've given and you've given
Yeah,
and
no,
you've
it
given,
does.
and you're like,
Yeah.
oh my goodness, I've given all these things and nobody gives anything back. Wah. But that's something that we can control, how much we give. And how do we then identify those people in our life that do that to us, who take our energy, but not to make it their problem, because it's largely not. Maybe they're not aware. Maybe they have no idea that they're doing it.
But you allow them to take that from you.
We sometimes allow that to happen by giving too much and pleasing people, when maybe we should be standing our ground a little bit more.
So my way of putting it in a lot of situations is, I visualize myself as a tree. Well, no, I compare myself with a tree, because a tree, and it sounds funny, but I think it's quite
whatever works for you.
It's a beautiful metaphor, because trees need to feed themselves for then to give oxygen to us. So, but if you don't take good care of yourself, you can't give anything back. So if you're a person who wants to help out their friends and help out their colleagues, and that helping person, then at the end of the day you feel so drained and you don't have any energy for yourself, and you just feel that you want to go to bed. But if you take that time to take care of yourself and have that time on your own, and sometimes to say no to people, and that might feel very selfish, because you're like, well, but I need to I need to help them. But then if you feel that you can't actually help them, because if you feel drained, you won't be of massive help anyway.
And then what's going to happen, which we've discussed as well, and we'll all find in our own lives, is we'll start resenting those people for taking energy from us.
Yeah.
When maybe we've allowed them to take that energy, and they're simply not aware that they're doing it. So I think the two things that we have to be aware of is, okay, how many people in my life are energy takers, energy vampires? And can we slowly remove those people from our lives if they're not going to stop doing that? If they're family members or close friends, you probably can't, and it's maybe something you need to readdress how you react to them. But if they're acquaintances and they're friends of friends, I mean, you have to, focus on the people in your life that give energy, that give back to you. Jamie and I, we both give a lot to each other, and it's a lovely cycle. It continues of giving. And of course, at certain points, someone needs more help than the other at certain points, but it always comes back. And so, number one is get rid of those people that aren't necessarily your life, that take from you. But then number two, how do you then address the situation where you find that you have a really close friend or a loved one who just keeps draining you, and you don't know how to...
Well, and then it's also about, with friendships... What did you say?
Well, you just don't know how to address...
Oh.
I was finishing my sentence.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
That's all right.
When people... when it's a friendship, it feels sometimes like breaking up with a friendship. If you feel that that doesn't give any any nurture to your being, then you might as well say, well, listen. And that's really hard. Those kind of conversations are obviously
really
like
difficult.
so difficult.
Because it goes against your nature of being a pleaser and of being someone that gets energy from people and likes seeing them happy.
But you have to do that for yourself at some point. And like, well, you've experienced that.
Yeah, so one of my friends, really close friend of mine, and I love him to death, but every time we'd meet up, I'd always buy the coffee because I'm a generous person and I want to give to him, you know, because I want to please him. And I'd keep doing it time after time, and then slowly I'd be like, the guy just never asks to pay for coffee, or when the bill comes, he never takes it. I'm like, oh, and I just turn into this creature in my head. I would just be like, and I'd just be like this animal in my brain, and I'd be so upset. But I've done that to myself. So then I realized, okay, he's probably not aware because I've never spoken to him, because all this is happening in my own brain. It's not anywhere exterior that I've expressed this to him, like, or said to him, mate, do you mind getting this one? And okay, that's a very hard thing to do. But eventually I just started, to not pick up the bill, to not give as much. And then eventually it became clear in the relationship to him, without me saying things, at a couple of points I did need to say something, that then his behaviour needed to change and he needed to give a little more. Now, that doesn't always happen, because most people out there aren't aware of how much they're taking, and sometimes it will take saying something to someone directly, and sometimes it will just take you pulling back on how much you give for them to then come back to meet you in the middle. You can only know that. But the challenge that we want to put to you this week is discover those people in your life that do take energy from you. So all of your relationships, just when you're in them, bear this blog and this vlog in mind, and just think, okay, is this a person? Just sit and observe and discover, is this person taking energy from me too much more than I'm giving to them? And just to observe that, because that will start you on the road to then addressing the problem or changing it if you feel like you need to. Yeah.
Well, and that's about it. And also, because this is obviously a friendship, what we're talking about, being in a friendship with people, but also working, like I've been in a situation that when I was working with someone and that person had more power in the industry I'm working, and they would say, oh, I've got this opportunity, but it's not paid. And I'm like, oh yeah, because maybe in the future. But then I'm like, well, but it doesn't give me energy at right this moment in time. So why would I put myself through that?
You can do that maybe once or twice. And the situation Jamie's talking about, I think, is she had given a lot into this relationship, right?
Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, the vlog is about discovering, are there people in your life that, you're not on a specific wavelength with, or you feel that they are taking your energy, and maybe it's because you allow them to take that, but just discover what it is for you.
And then that can help you be aware, okay, yeah, maybe this is something I might want to change, or maybe not.
Yeah.
That's up to you, but just recognize it, I think, is the first step. Yeah,
definitely. Okay, so thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.